Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my little guide on hiking stage 1 of the Camino de Sonoma. I got my dog with me, who is very excited to go. So that's what you hear in the background. Anyway, the lighting's not super great right now because it's about 6:30 in the morning. So the sun hasn't quite come up yet, but I wanted to get an early start on the day because it's supposed to be a little warm, and I wanted to get most of this done by the morning. The start is right here at the Mission. And there's a parking lot right over here-ish that has free all-day parking. So it's literally right across the street. It's very easy to get to. All right, we are just down the street from First Street, and we've made our first turn onto this bike path, and we're gonna follow this bike path for a little while. So this should be a nice walk at the beginning. And the sun is coming up. It is a very beautiful morning. Definitely snagging some of these. All right, here's the part I'm not so jazzed about. We're off the bike path. We're technically entering this regional park, but we are going to be walking alongside Highway 12 for, I don't know, I think like 3 miles. Can't remember the exact distance. And we'll see how close to the road we actually have to walk, because there's not a sidewalk on the side of this. And just for reference, we walked on that bike path for almost 2 miles. So we're very a short distance into our walk so far. Okay, good news. I checked the satellite view for the walk on Highway 12, and there actually is a sidewalk the entire way. So that makes me feel a lot better, but it's still very loud and busy and noisy. We've been hiking for an hour now. I've gone 3 miles, and we're stopping for a water break and a little snack break. So far, I'm enjoying my experience a lot. I feel very safe walking on this road with the sidewalk, and we're making really good time because it's just before 8 a.m. and I'm like a quarter of the way done already. All right, here's the kind of stuff I'm worried about happening. This is the way forward, and that is a blind turn right there with no sidewalk on the end. I know technically you're supposed to always walk into traffic, but I'm gonna have to cross the street, and I think it's a lot safer. Yep, this is definitely what I was worried about. We are right next to the road. This is technically the trail, but there's zero sidewalk, and this is a highway where people are going like 65 miles an hour. So walking on this is not fun. My miles per hour is going way down because I am bushwhacking, because I'm not walking that close to the road. Yeah, this has definitely gone from being fun to stressful. I really don't like being forced this close to the road. But it looks like we are turning off of Highway 12 fairly soon, in less than a mile. So I cannot wait to get off of here. All right, finally turned off the busy Highway 12, but Madrone Road is pretty much just as bad as far as sidewalks go. All right, we made it to Glen Ellen. Okay, Sonoma was great as far as having a bunch of places to stop and eat and go to the bathroom. I passed like several cafes, restaurants, markets. Like you didn't even have to step off the trail in order to get to them. Glen Ellen sucks. Glen Ellen has no sidewalks, and there was nowhere anywhere near the trail to stop to use the bathroom or anything. So we carry on. All right, we are 7 miles in, and we finally have reached Sonoma Valley Regional Park, and we're gonna walk on some real trails now. All right, now that we are more than halfway done, I'm realizing that I have again overpacked on water. I've got a liter here with electrolytes. This is almost a liter. That's pretty much a liter. I've got a 2-liter water bladder right there. And I've got this protein shake as well. So, well, I'm definitely getting a good workout carrying all this weight. Okay, I'm sorry, Glen Ellen. I judged you too harshly earlier. You actually do have a really cute downtown area. There's actually a marketplace I just passed that looks like it's a pretty frequent stop for people on this trail to have lunch, but because I have a dog with me, I packed all of our own food and water, so I'm not making any stops. Okay, the short break we had going through the park in the town was wonderful, but now we're back to road walking on narrow roads with no sidewalk again. I think the only bright side is this road seems much, much quieter than the roads we've walked on previously. Well, unfortunately, the quiet road walk is ending. We're about to get back onto Highway 12 over there. But on the bright side, we've only got 2.5 miles left, so we're in the home stretch. Okay, after 12.5 miles and 4.5 hours later, we have finally found the Kenwood Community Church. And this is the end of stage 1. Hi there, I am back home now, hanging out with Murphy over here. It's actually been a couple of days since I was on the trail. I needed just a couple of days to really think about my review of this section and like how I really felt about it, because even though I was annoyed at some parts, I did also enjoy it. And also, as I was going through my videos, I realized that I didn't really explain what this trail was. I'm just assuming that some people who were like searching for it on YouTube would find this video and already knew what it was. But for anyone who's subscribed to my channel that's never heard of this before, if you ever heard of a Camino, because the really popular one in Italy and France is the Camino de Santiago. A Camino in general is more of a pilgrimage than it is an actual like hiking trail. It's supposed to be more of a cultural experience than anything else. And this one that I just did, stage 1 of, goes from Sonoma to Fort Ross, and that's all in Sonoma County in California, and that's very close to me, which is why I know about it. And I'm pretty sure only like really locals know about it in general. And even though their website, which I can link below, is very well, what's the word? It has a lot of information about the route that you take. I've seen pretty much 0 YouTube videos about it, or like Instagram reels or like TikToks or anything of someone actually walking it and showing you what the actual trail looks like and not just seeing it on a map. So I wanted to just put out some information out there to everyone else about what it looked like and what it actually felt like being on it. So even though this video is really short, I hope it gave you just kind of a general idea of whether or not you actually want to do it. And now that I've done stage 1, it's nice that I have a better idea of what it's gonna look like and feel like if I do the other stages. And looking ahead at the maps, I do think that I want to complete it to the best of my ability. Stage 2 actually looks like a lot of fun, so I'm definitely going to be doing that pretty soon. The only stage that I think I am not going to do at all is stage 6. But we'll cross that bridge whenever we get to it. All in all, I'm going to give stage 1 of the Camino de Sonoma 3 out of 5 stars. But anyway, I hope that this video was helpful for anyone who was thinking about doing it or just wanted to see what it looked like in general. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.